Is Brazil quietly building their next Ronaldo? A young striker from Cruzeiro is turning heads, and Carlo Ancelotti might have found his missing number 9. For years, Brazil, a nation known for producing legendary strikers, has struggled to find a true number 9. From Ronaldo to Romário, the bar has always been sky high. Yet, in recent times, the Seleção's frontline has looked somewhat incomplete. Richarlison couldn't consistently deliver. Youngsters like Endrick are still developing. And for a while, it seemed like the golden days of Brazilian center forwards were behind us. But things are beginning to change. After Joao Pedro impressed the national team selectors with his potential and performance, another exciting young talent has emerged, Caio Jorge, the 23-year-old striker currently setting the Brazilian Serie A on fire with Cruzeiro. Yes, you heard that right. The same Caio Jorge who once made headlines as a prodigy at Santos, then faded into the shadows during a disappointing stint in Italy with Juventus, is now making a thunderous comeback. And it couldn't have come at a better time. Under the watchful eye of Carlo Ancelotti, who will lead Brazil into the 2026 World Cup, player performances in domestic and international leagues are being monitored more closely than ever before. Ancelotti is known for his tactical discipline and ability to get the best out of his players. But even he needs the right pieces for his system to work. One of those missing pieces has long been a dependable, instinctive striker. Now, Caio Jorge is making a strong case for himself to be that missing piece. Currently, Jorge is not just performing well, he's dominating. With a string of goals and assists, he has become the top scorer in Brazil's top division. His finishing is sharp, his off-the-ball movement is intelligent, and his hunger to prove himself is visible in every match. It's a story of redemption, a young talent written off after a move to Europe, now rising again with fire in his heart and goals in his boots. Meanwhile, players like Richarlison have failed to cement their place as Brazil's go-to striker. Despite repeated chances, his inconsistency has raised doubts among fans and pundits alike. Endrick, while immensely talented, is still only a teenager, raw, explosive, but not yet fully ready to carry the weight of a nation's goal-scoring hopes on his shoulders. That's where Caio Jorge stands out. At 23, he's at a perfect age, young enough to grow, but mature enough to handle pressure. More importantly, he's in form, something Brazil desperately needs in their number 9 role. His ability to link up with midfielders, press defenders, and capitalize on half chances could be exactly what Brazil has been missing since the decline of their classic center forwards. However, earning a permanent spot in the national squad won't be easy. Joao Pedro is still a strong contender and has the advantage of experience in European competitions. But if Caio Jorge continues his blistering form, it will be difficult for Ancelotti to ignore him. Brazil's coaching staff has reportedly been tracking his progress closely, and whispers from inside the camp suggest that his name is being seriously considered for upcoming national call-ups. It all comes down to consistency. If Caio Jorge can maintain this level, or even improve, there's every chance he will be on the plane to the World Cup in 2026. In fact, many believe he could even become Ancelotti's preferred number 9, especially if Richarlison and others fail to step up. Imagine a Brazil side with Vinicius Jr. and Rodrygo running the flanks, Neymar playing just behind, and Caio Jorge leading the line as the clinical finisher. It's a frightening prospect for any defense. The big question now is, can Caio Jorge continue this meteoric rise? And more importantly, is he Brazil's long-awaited answer up front? With the World Cup approaching and Ancelotti preparing his master plan, the battle for the striker spot is heating up. And from the looks of it, Caio Jorge is not just part of the conversation. He might soon be leading it. So keep your eyes on this name. Brazil may have just found its next goal machine.